Forget what you know about the future. Forget the shiny silver spaceships and the clean utopian cities. Because in the 1980s, another kind of future began to crawl out of the shadows. A future of endless acid rain, of colossal corporations that owned the sky. A future of neon-drenched streets and chrome-plated bodies, where technology was not a promise of salvation, but a beautiful, dangerous drug. This was cyberpunk, and it was more than just a science fiction aesthetic, it was a prophecy. While other futures of the past remain charming fantasies, cyberpunk's predictions about our relationship with technology, corporate power, and digital identity have become so accurate, it's almost terrifying. Stick around, and we'll show you how the nightmares dreamed up in the 80s became the blueprint for the world you are living in right now. The cyberpunk aesthetic didn't appear out of nowhere. It was born from a perfect storm of influences, a holy trinity of creativity that defined the decade. First, there was the literary architect, William Gibson. His 1984 novel, Neuromancer, was the genre's big bang. He gave us the language. He coined the term cyberspace. He imagined console cowboys jacking into a global computer network, a consensual hallucination of data. He wrote about street samurai with cybernetic limbs and powerful shadowy corporations called zaibatsus. Gibson didn't just write a story, he built a world, and everyone else moved in. Second, there was the visual prophet, Ridley Scott's 1982 film, Blade Runner. While Neuromancer gave us the ideas, Blade Runner gave us the look. The perpetual night, the constant rain, the fusion of futuristic technology with urban decay. The towering pyramidal corporate headquarters, the flying cars, or spinners, navigating a sky choked with pollution and advertisements. It was a vision so powerful, so complete, that for decades, every attempt to visualize a futuristic city has been, in some way, a reaction to it. And third, there was the Real-World Muse, 1980s Japan. As Western economies struggled, Japan was a technological and economic powerhouse. The images coming out of Tokyo's Shinjuku and Akihabara districts looked like science fiction made real. The dense urban sprawl, the obsession with consumer electronics, the giant neon signs advertising corporations like Sony and Panasonic. It was the living, breathing soil from which cyberpunk's visual identity grew. But cyberpunk was always more than just cool visuals. It was a movement that asked a profound, unsettling question. In a world saturated by technology, what does it mean to be human? The genre is obsessed with the concept of body modification. The flesh is weak, a common cyberpunk motto, perfectly captures this. Characters constantly upgrade themselves with cybernetic limbs, enhanced eyes, and neural interfaces. The line between person and machine becomes hopelessly blurred. This reflected a real 1980s anxiety about a world of pacemakers, artificial organs, and the dawn of genetic engineering. It posed the question, if you replace enough of yourself, are you still you? This loss of self was mirrored by the rise of Ling Yigajuren, another giant, the megacorporation. In the 80s, corporate raiders and multinational companies seemed more powerful than governments. Cyberpunk took this to its logical conclusion. Its worlds are ruled not by politicians, but by all-powerful entities like the Tyrell Corporation from Blade Runner or Arasaka from the world of Cyberpunk 2077. These corporations control everything, from the police to the information you receive. They are the new gods, and their towering headquarters are the new cathedrals, casting long shadows over the common people on the streets below. This fusion of man, machine, and money created a rich, complex world. If you're fascinated by these deep dives into fictional universes, hit that subscribe button to join our community of explorers. We're just getting started. Now let's jack back in. The world Gibson and Scott built was so compelling, it couldn't be contained. It spread like a virus through global pop culture, especially in Japan, where the aesthetic found a natural home. In 1988, Katsuhiro Otomo's masterpiece, Akira, brought cyberpunk to animation. It gave us the sprawling megalopolis of Neo-Tokyo, biker gangs on futuristic motorcycles, and a story of psychic powers and government conspiracy. Its visual influence is so immense that it's hard to find a piece of modern science fiction that hasn't borrowed from it. Then came the world of video games. From early titles like Shadowrun to the sprawling universe of Deus Ex, games allowed players to live in these worlds. They could choose their own augmentations, navigate corporate espionage, and make choices in a morally gray world. This all culminated in the massive immersive world of Cyberpunk 2077, a direct adaptation of the tabletop RPG, which brought the genre to a new generation with breathtaking detail. And of course, in 1999, the genre exploded into the mainstream with The Matrix. The Wachowskis took Gibson's concept of cyberspace and made it literal. The green cascading code, the plugs in the back of people's necks, the idea that our reality could be a computer simulation. It was pure cyberpunk philosophy, repackaged with kung fu and bullet time for a mass audience. The Matrix was the moment cyberpunk stopped being a niche subgenre and became a cornerstone of modern action filmmaking. And this brings us to the most unsettling part. When you look closely, the line between cyberpunk fiction and our 21st century reality begins to blur frighteningly. William Gibson's cyberspace? We call it the internet. We live there. We work there. Our social lives, our identities, and our financial worth are all tied to this consensual hallucination of data that he described. The console cowboys of his novels are today's hackers, gamers, and even everyday social media users jacking into the matrix through the black mirrors of our smartphones. The all-powerful Zaibatsu corporations? Look at a PPO, Google, Amazon, and Meta. These tech giants have more wealth and influence than many nations. They control the flow of information, shape public opinion, and own our personal data, creating digital empires that govern our lives in ways we are only just beginning to understand. And the obsession with body modification? We may not have chrome arms, but we have smartwatches monitoring our vitals, neural implants being developed to treat diseases, and the dawn of artificial intelligence that promises to augment our minds. The question Cyberpunk asked in the 80s, what does it mean to be human, is no longer a philosophical exercise. It's a headline, it's a product launch, it's our present. It's a strange paradox. Cyberpunk painted a picture of a grim, dystopian future, a warning of where our obsession with technology might lead. And yet, we love it. We are drawn to the rain-slicked streets, the glow of the neon signs, the allure of high-tech rebellion. Perhaps it's because, unlike the clean, sterile utopias of the past, the world of cyberpunk feels human. It's messy, it's flawed, it's full of struggle, but it's also resilient. It's a future where, even when crushed by mega-corporations and overwhelming technology, the human spirit still finds a way to fight back, to carve out an identity, to find beauty in the decay. Here at the Future Past, we believe these visions, both the bright and the dark, are essential maps to understanding ourselves. If you were captivated by this journey into the neon-drenched nightmares of the 80s, subscribe to our channel and join us as we continue to explore the incredible futures that never were.